Hello, this is Mary with the Breath of New Life. I want to introduce you today to the Fascial Coffee, which is something that the Human Garage have created, and it is a beautiful way to waken up the body, maybe first thing in the morning or anytime you just need to change your energy, shift it up a little bit. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be lightly touching our body in different directions, in different places, and activating the different fascial gateways. So these gateways are going to be similar energetically in a way to the meridians of the body, insofar as they are energetic gateways, and our fascia is like the information highway of the body. So what we'll be doing is touching on different aspects of these gateways to open up and activate them. So we're going to start with your right hand and go to the top of your left arm and just rub gently down the arm. This is actually activating and opening the lung gateways, and then coming up on the outside of the arm, we're activating the large intestine. So the lungs are where we hold on to old grief, and the large intestine is where we tend to hold on to emotions. So this is energetically and physically opening up these gateways and getting the flow going, kind of waking our body up as we do that. Now we're going to hold our arm up, and then starting on the pinky toe side of our arm, and just reach up to wherever you reach on the arm and just gently pull down, just touch down all the way to the rib cage. And this is actually opening up the rib cage and actually opening up the emotional connection that we have. And we want to do each about 3 times. We might have done that one 4, but I'm talking, so that's okay. So now we're going to do that on the other side as well. So starting with your left hand on the top of the right arm, just rub gently down the inside of the arm, activating and opening that lung gateway, and then the fascia, the large intestine gateway. So coming up the outside, so down the inside of the right arm and up and around, activating the lung and the intestinal fascia gateways. And one more time, going all the way down, all the way back up, and holding that arm up, going to the outside, the pinky side of that arm, and just lightly stroking all the way down, opening up the rib cage, the emotional centers. It just feels such a nice relaxing thing to do. Okay, so now we're going to move down the leg. So we're going to start at about the rib cage, and you're just going to lightly go down the outside of the leg. This is actually activating the stomach meridian, which is all about pulling us forward in our desires. And you want to go down as far as the toes, and then come back up around on the inside of the legs, coming up to the inner thigh, up towards the groin. And this opens up the liver and the spleen fascia gateways, and this is where we process our worries and resentments, things like that. So we'll do that 3 times. So going down the outside, and all the way to the toes, and then coming up the inside all the way up. Beautiful, and all the way back down. And coming all the way back up. You might be starting to feel more awake already and feel energy flowing, which is wonderful. So now we're going to do the bladder meridian. The bladder meridian actually runs from the Achilles, so go right down to the ankle, the back of the legs. So you're going to go down all the way up the back of the legs, all the way up over the glutes to the low back. And do that again 2 more times. So the bladder meridian is actually where we process a lot of our emotions. So think of the bladder holds water, right? Our emotions hold tears, watery. So it's all about opening up just ourselves to emotion, being vulnerable and available to do emotional processing. And the bladder is also where we process a lot of our fears. So it's a really good one to process, especially in this day and age when a lot of us may be experiencing a lot of fears. Okay, the last one we're going to do on the legs, we're actually going to start at the point between the pinky toe and the 4th toe. So you want to start there and just then come up the legs, kind of come up the side and up to the rib cage. So we're going to do that 3 times as well. So this activates and clears some of that resentment that we're holding on to in the body. So that feels really good. I'm going to take off my glasses for the next part. So we're going to start by just rubbing the belly, actually, to the left, so counterclockwise. Our digestion actually goes the other way, so it's really nice to rub it again 3 times at minimum, but I like to do it sometimes a little bit more. Rub your tummy the opposite ways, and it just kind of, everything is going the other way, so it's nice just to go the other way and stimulate the digestion this way, because our digestion, obviously physically it's important, but this also represents how we digest life, how we're, moving through life, bite-sized chunks and all of that stuff, right? So now let's come to the head. We're going to start at the eyebrows and just kind of go backwards over the head, like over to the crown and just back. 3 times. This clears a lot of fears. Now we're going to go from our eyes, just kind of meet your fingers right in that space between your eyebrows, and just brush backwards towards the ears. We're again activating the gallbladder meridian here, actually, which runs to the top of the ear. The gallbladder meridian goes from your ankle, down by the Achilles, all the way up here to the top of the ears. So this, you know, clears resentments, and it also opens us up to more clarity. So I love doing that. Need to remember to do that more often, note to self. Now we're going to do the same kind of action, but this time start at the nose and just go across the top of the cheeks out to the ears. This actually opens up the lungs. Which is great. Deeper breaths, more open to letting go of the, you know, just processing the sadness and the grief. This is where we tend to hold a lot of that stuff, is also in our lungs. So now we're going to do the jawline. So just kind of go from the back of the ear right along the jawline about 3 times or more. It's okay if you do it a little bit more. This again is activating the intestines. We also tend to hold a lot of anger here. So this feels really good to help us just to open that up and start to move some of that energy. Then we're going to go upwards across the neck. So I use my right hand to go upwards on the left side of the neck and left hand to go upwards on the right side of the neck. This here is working with the kidney fascial gateways, and this is again helping us to process fear that we hold. We tend to hold fear with our bladder, but also with our kidneys because they're so connected. So, and then brush out the shoulders. Just kind of just slough it off, letting go. And then the same on the low back, just kind of going outwards from the mid back outwards. And this works with the spleen and just helps us to let go of some of the overthinking, exhibit A over here, former overthinker, and just worry, letting go of our doubts and just letting it go. So there you go, there you have it. Hope you like it. Once you get used to doing this rhythm, you can get it done really quickly. In 2 minutes or less. So enjoy and try it out. Let me know how you like it. Mwah.